Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Lions Origin series of the Philly Brutes Rugby Roundtable. My name's Sean Phelan, and thanks to Canterbury, we're bringing you special episodes dedicated to the amazing Lions Origins clubs up and down the country that have produced some of the biggest and most amazing Lions over the last 188 years, I think it is. And today we have got the brilliant club at Welwyn RFC. We've got Jonathan, who is the girls coordinator and the communications manager, and we have the president, Mark Elliott, joining us. How are you, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're fine.
Good, thanks very much, Sean.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to chat to us on these this special tour day. Mark, do you want to just give us a bit of background on the club?
Yes, the club was founded in 1931-32 season, so the coming season will be our 90th, and we're hoping that it'll be a normal season.
Hopefully,
yeah. We progressed, I guess, like a lot of rugby clubs, in that we were traditional senior men only until mini junior rugby came along in the 70s, early 70s. And now we run 23 sides from sort of under sixes all the way up to vets. We have mixed ability rugby. We have girls rugby, which Jonathan's responsible for, at under 18, 15, 13 and 11. And we've had 10 full women internationals, I think, have come through the club. John, is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, so 10 full internationals. So that's remarkable. And three senior men, being John Wackett back in 1958, Steve Bates, who was a Wasp scrum half, sat on the bench about 30 times, got one cap. And of course, Joe Worsley, who is the 12th most capped Englishman with 78 caps, and obviously went on the British Lions tour in South Africa.
Yeah, which we'll come to a bit later on. How has the last year been for the club? It's been a tough period for lots of clubs, but how have you coped?
Yeah, I mean, it has been a tough year. We're largely run by volunteers, so our overheads are reasonably low. We have our own clubhouse, which we've obviously have to maintain throughout the year. We've picked up government grants, which have kept us going. But it's just been a shame the pitches are in great nick because they haven't been used. And it's just a shame that a rugby club is not being put to its proper use. We've opened the bar again with volunteers whenever we were allowed to. And it's been reasonably well attended. But yeah, we have missed the sort of regular contact with our friends at the club over the last 12 months. But we've done we did 3 COVID rules matches in May for the senior men, which went quite well. And the ladies, I think, have still got one game left to play before the season is sort of wrapped up. And we have a summer break, which will only be 2 months, if that. Give us a little bit of time to maintain the pitches, put them back into good order, and then hopefully away we go.
Oh, hopefully we'll come on to the summer a bit later. But the reason why we're here is to talk about the fact you're a Lions Origins club, and there's about 687 clubs that have produced over almost 1,000 Lions. Over the Lions' storied history, and Canterbury are on the hunt for more. If you have a Lion that has played for your club, then you can get in touch. You can get a nice badge added to your kit, which I know Mark is wearing at the moment.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. And I hear from the lovely people at Staines sent me this nice little hat to wear in the boiling hot summer that we're going to have. But if you believe that you have helped shaped one of these amazing Lions, then please get in touch with Canterbury, and they will get you added to a wonderful search engine that's on the Lions website, and you can get your kit adorned with the Lions Origins badge. So what does it mean for Welwyn to be one of these 687 Lions Origins clubs?
Well, it's great. It's fantastic, and I love the way that it's being dealt with, and that we're obviously very proud of Joe, who was down at the club only 2 weeks ago. So he's still very much in touch with the club where it all started for him. He was at school at Hitchin Boys School, but he played his club rugby at Welwyn until about the age of 16, when Wasps bag grabbed him and didn't give him back again. But we kind of understand that. But he has kept in touch. I've seen him in Bordeaux when he was coaching down there, and he's currently defence coach at Castres in France. But he was over in this country, so it's a great honour. And this there it is.
It's mirrored. There you go.
This shirt is great, and lots of people have bought bits of kit, and we're very proud of it.
Jonathan, what does it mean for the girls that you deal with to see these sort of aspirational people like Joe to go on and do amazing things? Does it inspire them to go and perhaps be future women's Lions down the line?
Yeah, as Mark said, I mean, we're very proud to have obviously Joe having played for us and being Lions Origin club. It should work, help us out marketing and publicity wise. The key bit is you just mentioned is about the role model part of it. Obviously Joe's not that recent, but for the boys coming up through the sections now, I have a 17-year-old son, so that age sort of group, knowing that you can go through from community rugby onto playing 70-odd caps for England, is the same in the men's game as the women's. As Mark said, we've got 10 full international women who've come through the club, including 4 of the current England squad.
Oh, really?
So it's absolutely fantastic to have them as role models, something to look up to, knowing that realistically in a few years' time they could be in a similar situation, playing, whether it's for England or any other home country. It doesn't take many years to get from that community game to sort of the international standard, if they are of that ability. So it's great to have the Lions Origin, but also to have the, if there is in the future women's Lions type tour, then obviously I think we would do pretty well out of that.
Oh, for sure. You'll probably have, if you've got 10 former internationals and 4 at the moment, and if there was a Lions tour I know they may be talking about it in 2 years' time, that you could have 4 of that current club, and then you'll have 5 Lions and as part of your Lions Origin story. So that would be amazing. So more recent times, has training restarted?
John, that's probably one for you.
Yeah, as Mark said, I mean the senior men and the senior women have both been back playing some matches, and they've gone well for both teams. The junior section, going back to the last year in a way, we a number of the age groups trained throughout as soon as we were allowed to train again.
Yeah,
we had group sessions of 6 people or 5 extra people plus coach being run throughout as much as we possibly could, and as soon as we could get back to sort of 10 on a pitch or full strength squads, we have been training. And perhaps unlike some other clubs, we've actually seen an increase in numbers. I think men's attendance has been good, women's attendance has been excellent. The age grade stuff, we've actually seen a number of new players coming along, and I think that's part of
amazing.
What's happened with COVID is people just keen to get back and play some sport, especially with schools playing so little.
With recruitment being such a major sort of talking point in the community game, how have you gone about that with the age grade players to bring those new faces in?
It would be nice to be able to say we've done a huge publicity campaign, but we haven't. And I think an awful lot of it is word of mouth. We have a hugely committed set of coaches, which I think rubs off on the girls and the boys who talk to their friends, come along, and just I think we just make everything fun as much as we possibly can through every session. Particularly in the girls' sides, we gained hugely over the last couple of years. We're now up to 85, 86 players across the 4 age grades. But with the boys as well, having the right coaches, I think we go about things the right way, make it fun, make that the focus of attention. It's not win at all costs. It's about playing and enjoying it and keeping the community club spirit alive. And I think that helps enormously. And on the back of that, we'll be doing further recruitment stuff, supporting, This Girl Can and some of the equivalent boys type campaigns as well.
I think Jonathan's being suitably modest here. He was responsible for setting up the under-11s, which is one of the earliest clubs to do so. Season before last, I get confused. Yeah. And he went from none to, how many do you have now in the squad? 16?
Got 20 girls in the under-11.
20 girls from a standing start. There's an excellent girls promotional video that we've produced, but I don't know the extent to which that has been influential in bringing these girls into the club. I think, as Jonathan says, it's largely word of mouth and the fact that the other girls just really enjoy what they're doing. And speaking to some of the parents in particular, they just, they can't stress enough how much fun these girls are having. So John is suitably modest as ever, and but he's done a cracking job in generating new teams. We don't really have any rugby playing schools in Welwyn Garden City, sadly, so it is down to the rugby club to provide that service.
Yeah, and that's put it, as I saying, with the commitment of the coaches, and that's not me, that's the other coaches as well across the boys section. As Mark said, we don't have rugby playing schools locally, so we don't have an automatic feeder system.
Sure.
With the vast majority of it is word of mouth and just people who make friends on the rugby pitch bringing other friends along.
Yeah. Which is the most powerful form of advertising, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
So you just mentioned there keeping the club spirit alive. How does Welwyn keep the club spirit alive during this wonderful summer of rugby that we've got in front of us?
Well, we're our AGM is on the 3rd of July, which coincides with the Lions game. So we're going to have our AGM an hour before the Lions game. So hopefully we'll, all being well, if we're allowed to, we'll have a full clubhouse and we'll show all of the Lions tests again, providing we're allowed to. The bar will remain open throughout the summer on limited days, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. And we'll keep that turnover ticking over, and we'll really look forward to using the Lions tour as a tool to get people back down to the club and make acquaintances again.
Absolutely. How important is it, do you think, not just for your own club but for every club, to have that interaction once again and using the Lions as that focal point?
Yeah, it's huge. You can have a beer at home, but it's not the same. And going to meet people, interact with people, you don't know how much you value it until it's taken away. And
absolutely,
particularly where you've got people who have a common background in this ridiculous game that we play. We've all missed it hugely. I think that would go for everybody across the rugby community.
Yeah, definitely. I think just to add to that, I think if we're showing the Lions matches or any of the international type televised matches, having a full clubhouse with often the kids, the seniors, all down there combined, creating that spirit goes a long way to building the future of the club as well, seeing what it's really about club spirit and being around your friends. So I think that helps enormously.
It definitely does. So Mark, what does the future hold for Welwyn? Is it in sort of the short or medium term? What have you got planned?
Well, on the field, we will continue to put out as many sides as we can. Back in the day, there were sort of 5 or 6 senior men's sides, but you ask most clubs, that we're down to 3, and I think most clubs will say that is the same story. So the emphasis on senior rugby only is it's completely changed. Sundays are far bigger in terms of playing numbers we will continue to encourage people to play the game of all shapes and sizes, ages, genders. I watched a mixed ability tournament at our club a couple of weeks ago, and it was fantastic. There were 6 clubs represented with young people with varying disabilities, mental or physical, and it was awe-inspiring.
They are brilliant.
So I was just blown away by that. We will continue to. We are a community rugby club. We have got a big project on the go we've got big changing rooms, but they're pretty basic, and we've got a shower block which is useless on a Sunday. So we're going to put showers into every changing room, which obviously involves a lot of drainage and finishing work, and build a little extension to free up some space so that we can go from 4 big changing rooms to 6, all with their own showers. So it's a big project. It's a £250,000 project, and I'm kind of responsible for that, and it's heading in the right direction, and we're going to do phase 1 this summer.
Oh, excellent! That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it'll be great.
The breadth of what we can offer as well, with the mixed ability, the girls, the boys, the men, women, playing matches same days, increasing, spectator ability, play changing facilities, obviously helps what we could do on similar days rather than having to separate all our matches based on changing room facility.
Yeah, they might even wash after rugby. Who knows?
No chance to it.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah, might have to put a washing machine in there. My kit doesn't get washed. I really, that sounds amazing. It sounds like there's some amazing things going on there. And if there's anything Philly Boots can do to help promote stuff that you've got going on, please just tell me. We'll certainly pump everything out. Before we sort of wrap things up, I'm going to ask you about your Lions, your favourite Lions memories or your favourite Lions players. But first, I have to pay these bills through Canterbury, and they've got a new Lions inspired shirt that you can now get customized with your Lions Origins badge on it as well. If you're a club, it's called the Riona. It's got the same collar and same fabric as what the Lions are currently wearing down in South Africa. So if that is something you want to do, you can customize it. You can just head to canterbury.com and they will get that all arranged for you, and make your mark with your new jersey. And I'm told that the Riona means lion, but that's what they tell me, not necessarily what is actually true. So let's find out. So as we wrap up this brilliant conversation, then Mark, give us sort of your abiding Lions memories. Okay, well,
I'm gonna show my age here, I'm afraid. And I was
I'll go more recent.
I was quite young at the time, obviously, but the 1971 Lions down in New Zealand, captained by John Dawes, who sadly passed away quite recently. That I was 13 and just getting into my rugby, and these guys were my heroes. In particular, Barry John, who was such a wonderful fly half and retired at an indecently young age, sadly. But no, these guys were my heroes. Looking back now, the back line in particular was just awesome. And of course, we didn't have the coverage that we have now. We'd read about it on Monday in the paper rather than watch it live on Saturday. But great side. And I think still the only Lions team to have won a series in New Zealand, with JPL Williams dropping a goal in the final test, which was drawn 14-all. So that's my first and abiding memory of Lions rugby.
Brilliant. And Jonathan?
I go a bit more recent, but it goes back also to New Zealand. The fact that they drawn series in 2017. I'm not going to mention favourite players, but I think just the reaction at the end shows what it really means.
Almost the disappointment. Disappointment.
It is, but it's the kind of getting a draw, but seeing what it meant to the players.
Yeah,
either
amazing.
Not quite winning, or could have gone the other way and just won. But the power of sport and the emotion shown on the faces, takes a lot of gives some good memories, as well as probably disappointments for the players themselves.
Well, hopefully some of those players will be right in the wrongs of that agonising Test series over the coming weeks, and hopefully bring home a Lions series victory against South Africa. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Sean.
It's great to hear about your club. Mark, tell us where we can find out more information about Welwyn.
Website welwynrugby.co.uk. You'll find us there. And Jonathan's in charge of communication, so I'll pass over to him.
The other key things are the Twitter accounts, which is Welwyn Rugby and Welwyn Girl Rugby. Got 2 separate accounts, just keep things a bit more focused, and other social media channels as well. But they're all easy to find. But the website is obviously the first point of contact, really.
Excellent.
We welcome any new players.
Absolutely. Get down to Welwyn now. Absolutely.
Yeah, quite right. Well said, Sean.
Look, Jonathan, Mark, I really appreciate you giving up some time to chat to me. Hopefully we'll do this again in long form on the main pod at some point next year. Thank you to everyone that's watched. Thank you for everyone that's listening. Huge thank you to Canterbury. Head to canterbury.com for all the Lions Origins information and the information on how you can customize your new Iona jersey. Absolutely enjoy the game today, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you very much, Sean.